to the Stoicism Soul, where we explore ancient philosophies to help you unlock your fullest potential and live a meaningful life. Lao Tzu, a legendary figure in Chinese history, is revered as the founder of Taoism. Taoism is a profound philosophy that teaches us how to live in harmony with the world and the natural flow of life. The word Tao itself represents the way, the essential path, and the underlying principle of all existence. Lao Tzu is also credited with writing the Tao Te Ching, one of the most sacred texts in Taoism, which is filled with deep wisdom and timeless teachings. His words guide us towards peace, resilience, and the art of living in balance with the world around us. Although Lao Tzu holds a central place in Chinese culture, the wisdom he imparted transcends borders, offering valuable insights that can resonate with people worldwide. His teachings remind us to focus on what truly matters in life and to live with simplicity, humility, and grace. Here are 10 valuable lessons we can learn from Lao Tzu. Number 1, look within, for everything you need is already there. Lao Tzu teaches that knowing others is a sign of intelligence, but knowing oneself is true wisdom. To master others is to demonstrate strength, but mastering yourself is the ultimate power. In today's world, we are constantly driven by the need to do, achieve, and accumulate, whether it's wealth or personal success. These pursuits, in Taoist terms, are seen as yang energy, focused on external action and outward movement. The ancient Chinese philosophy of yin and yang illustrates the balance of two complementary, yet opposing forces. They are not separate, but interconnected, each dependent on the other to create a harmonious whole. As in nature, the balance between these forces shifts constantly. One increases as the other decreases, and this rhythm guides the cycles of life. Similarly, our lives require this balance. While it's necessary to take action and achieve, we must also nurture our yin, which is the quieter, receptive side of us. Taking time to slow down, reflect, and simply be is crucial. In doing so, we maintain inner harmony and true peace. Practices such as meditation, qigong, and mindfulness can help us slow down, allowing us to build a deeper reservoir of energy and balance. This inner peace is essential when we are called to act, move through the world, and create, ensuring our actions are filled with purpose and clarity. Number 2, letting go brings freedom. Lao Tzu teaches us that by releasing our grip on things, everything unfolds naturally. The world is conquered by those who do not force their will upon it. But when we strive and struggle, the world slips further from our grasp. Enlightenment, Lao Tzu suggests, is not about accumulating more, but about shedding the burdens we carry. It is a process of lightening both the weight of life and the darker aspects of our nature. But how do we lighten ourselves? How can we ease the burdens that weigh us down? The answer lies in examining our attachments, the things we cling to in our minds with such intensity that they cause us pain. These attachments often come in 3 forms: the need for recognition, the desire for security, and the urge to control. When we rely on force or power to achieve our goals, we distance ourselves from the Tao. True strength comes from non-attachment, not from being indifferent or uncaring, but from opening our hearts wider and letting go. By releasing our attachments, we are not closing ourselves off. On the contrary, we expand our capacity to love. Instead of limiting our love to those we are most attached to, ourselves, our families, our communities, our hearts can grow to encompass the whole world. To be content is to find happiness in what you have, to embrace the present without the constant longing for more. This is true freedom, the freedom to simply be. To be content with what you have is to truly be rich, and this is a key to inner peace and fulfillment. Number 3, let go of your labels if you truly seek to know yourself. Lao Tzu teaches us that anyone who defines themselves through labels cannot truly understand who they are. Labels are the tags we attach to ourselves to describe the person we think we are, based on our experiences or society's expectations. We often label ourselves in many ways: a devoted father, a successful entrepreneur, a failure, a troublemaker, or countless other identities. These labels box us into fixed definitions, limiting our understanding of ourselves. We apply these labels to others as well, whether positive or negative, and what we continually tell ourselves shapes how we perceive our worth and guides our actions. The danger with labels is that they only present fragments of who we really are, shaped by our personal experiences and external judgments. For example, a label might remind you of past mistakes or flaws that you are still coming to terms with. This keeps you bound to a limited view of who you truly are, preventing growth and true self-awareness. By freeing yourself from these labels, you allow yourself to flow freely from one experience to the next, from one emotion to another, without being anchored by rigid definitions. Without labels, you remain open to the full spectrum of your potential, unconfined and ever-evolving. This is the path to knowing your true self. It is much easier to move on from a mistake when you choose not to carry it with you. Number 4, pay no attention to evil, and it will crumble away. As Lao Tzu teaches, when you give evil no opposition, it will fade away on its own. This insight comes from the Taoist belief that each of us possesses a personal spiritual essence, called Yin Sun, which connects us to the greater flow of the universe. Yin Sun absorbs the pre-heaven energies and processes them, sending them to our soul. In turn, our soul directs these energies to our physical body, providing us with the full potential for life. This process, Taoists believe, is vital for living harmoniously and achieving personal growth. In Taoist practice, there are two main aspects of cultivation. First, one strengthens and repairs the bridge between Yin Sun and the self in the physical world. By doing so, a person can align with the Tao, leading to a life of harmony and balance. The second aspect involves giving back to Yin Sun, creating a continual flow of energy for future growth. According to Taoism, what is good is anything that aligns with the Tao and supports the natural flow from Yin Sun to your body. Good things nurture your growth, help you evolve, and empower your spirit. Conversely, evil is anything that disrupts, interferes with, or harms this natural flow, hindering your progress and well-being. However, in Taoist philosophy, good and evil are not absolute. They depend on perspective and context. We must observe the entire situation to understand whether something is beneficial or harmful to us. Recognizing what constitutes evil is crucial in Taoism, as it helps us avoid actions that will harm us in the long run. If you focus on cultivating purity within yourself, nurturing the goodness in your own life and in others, evil will have no power over you. But even though evil never fully disappears, you can neutralize its influence by choosing not to engage with it. In this way, the key is not to resist evil directly, but to cultivate what is good, letting it grow so naturally that evil is powerless in comparison. The greatest strength you can possess is the ability to rise above the temptations of evil, overcoming them with your inner resolve. Number 5, kindness and compassion for others will always triumph in the end. Lao Tzu wisely says, kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates depth. Kindness in giving creates love. A profound metaphor for unconditional kindness can be drawn from the nature of water. Like a river flowing across the land, water nourishes all living things it touches. It sustains plants, animals, and people, yet when its task is complete, it moves on without seeking praise or recognition. When we practice compassion, we cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves. As the Tao Te Ching teaches, the sage puts others first, and in doing so, puts themselves first. By placing the well-being of others above our own, we gain not only a greater understanding of the suffering of others, but also a clearer insight into our own true nature. Compassion strengthens the bonds we share with others and deepens our connection to the world. Though it may sometimes be perceived as a weakness, true compassion is, in fact, a great strength. It's through this virtue that we learn to enrich our relationships and grow in wisdom. Number 6, be yourself without worrying about others' opinions. Lao Tzu wisely says, care about what others think, and you will always be their prisoner. There is nothing more exhausting and time-consuming than constantly worrying about how others perceive us. While it is natural to want to be liked or respected by others, this should never come at the cost of our integrity. In life, we must focus on our own path, making decisions based on our deepest, most genuine thoughts rather than seeking approval from others or trying to please everyone. If, in the process, certain people disagree with our choices, we should not be overly concerned. Our lives should be guided by our own consciousness, not by the judgments of others around us. When we are in harmony with the Tao, we act according to our true purpose without resistance. Let go of the need to align with the expectations of others and instead flow with the natural current of life. Trust in yourself and accept who you are. When you do so, there will be no need to convince others of your worth. Your actions will speak for themselves. Number 7, true contentment comes from within, and when you are at peace with yourself, you need no external validation. Lao Tzu teaches that wisdom and strength are born of humility. A wise person understands their own limitations and knows that true power lies not in what they have conquered, but in their ability to remain humble. There's an enlightening story in the Lao Tzu, a collection of Taoist teachings, about two twins who are outwardly the same in appearance, speech, and background. Yet, one is admired, trusted, and successful, while the other is not. The successful twin enjoys the finer things in life: better clothes, food, and a comfortable home. However, he holds his success with arrogance, believing that his achievements come solely from his superior qualities, remarking that there is more in me than in you. When they both encounter Master Tanker, the master shares a profound truth. When you say one has more within him than the other, you mistake luck for worth. The unsuccessful twin holds more worth, while you have more luck. He goes on to say that success is not a product of wisdom alone, and failure is not a result of foolishness. Both are outcomes of fate, not personal merit. The successful twin is presumptuous, yet the one who struggles carries more inherent value, despite the world's judgment. This story teaches us that true power lies not in superiority, but in humility. Taoism emphasizes that humility is the foundation for true victory, not over others, but over oneself. It is the key to personal transformation and to aligning with the greater flow of the universe. To walk the path of Tao is to embrace humility completely. Anything less, a partial acceptance, leads to imbalance and pride, which is the root of destruction. In the end, it is humility that heals the soul and aligns us with the flow of the Tao. #8. Sadness and anger often arise from pride, while calm and joy are the natural companions of true humility. Lao Tzu reminds us that change, though often resisted, is a natural and essential part of life, and that it should be embraced even when it seems uncomfortable. As he wisely states, new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Change is an inherent part of existence, and though it may bring discomfort, it is necessary for growth and transformation. Most of us fall into patterns, into a comfortable rhythm where we fear disruption. We resist change, cling to the familiar, and mistakenly treat our current circumstances as the only path available to us. This mental complacency prevents us from welcoming new possibilities. Yet, life is not meant to be static. Change is inevitable, and though it may be unsettling, it often brings with it new opportunities, directions, and beginnings. What may seem painful or negative at first can lead to unexpected growth, new experiences, and a fresh perspective. So, rather than fearing change, we must accept it as a natural part of life's flow. Whether it brings something better or simply something different, each change shapes us and opens doors to new experiences. By welcoming change, we align ourselves with the ongoing flow of the universe. Number 9. In the flow of life, change becomes the driving force behind momentum and progress. Lao Tzu teaches us that to truly lead, one must first learn to follow. Only by placing oneself beneath others can one truly understand how to guide them. Lao Tzu often uses the metaphor of rivers and seas to illustrate this concept. While rivers and seas are vast, deep, and strong, their power comes from the countless smaller streams that feed into them. Without these streams, they would remain stagnant and insignificant. In the same way, a leader gains strength from the people they serve. A leader who refuses to listen or learn from others, who stands above them, limits their own power and wisdom. The true strength of a leader lies not in their ability to dominate, but in their capacity to receive and understand. A leader must be humble, ready to listen and learn from those they guide, just as a river humbly receives water from its many streams. By positioning oneself lower, a leader becomes more open, more receptive, and more attuned to the needs and potential of the people they lead. In this way, the art of leadership is rooted in humility and service, in the willingness to follow before one leads. Only by embracing this humility can a leader truly cultivate the strength and wisdom needed to guide others toward a shared goal. Number 10. In Lao Tzu's teachings, we are reminded that sometimes the most powerful action is to simply allow things to unfold naturally. The principle of Wu Wei, the concept of effortless action or action without force, teaches us to go with the flow rather than striving against it. Life often presents us with a long list of tasks, each demanding our attention, urging us to push forward with haste. But Lao Tzu suggests that when we align ourselves with the natural rhythm of the world, we accomplish more with less effort. There is a natural order in all things, and when we tune into this flow, we are able to move through life with ease, efficiency, and grace. On the other hand, when we fight against this flow, we waste time and energy and may even find ourselves getting nowhere, no matter how hard we try. Take writing, for instance. If you feel uninspired, forcing yourself to write can lead to frustration and lackluster results. Instead, embracing Wu Wei means recognizing the moment and honoring your own nature. If inspiration does not come, take a step back, rest, and engage in something that nurtures you. Perhaps a walk or a moment of reflection will bring the spark you need. When inspiration arises, you can then work with fervor and clarity, taking advantage of the natural flow of creativity. It's important to note that Wu Wei does not equate to laziness or inaction. Instead, it's about understanding when action is needed and when non-action is the wisest course. Sometimes, to do nothing is not to be idle, but to recognize that pushing forward when it's unnecessary is a waste of energy. The Tao teaches us the balance between action and rest, helping us recognize when our efforts are beneficial and when they are futile. Thus, true mastery lies in knowing when to act and when to let go, allowing life to unfold as it will without forcing our will upon it. In this, we discover not only ease, but a deeper alignment with the universe itself. If this video resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to continue receiving content that challenges and nourishes both the mind and soul. We'd love to hear your thoughts or questions in the comment section below. Until next time, may you stay wise, stay stoic, and continue your pursuit of a life filled with purpose, balance, and peace.